Out. Hey, this is Robert. This is your daily dose. That's my pal Susan. And there's a ring of the phone telling us we got 5 minutes to do this thing. So let me go around and say hi. You guys just give us a wave or something wherever you're at. Venetia.
Hey.
There she is. Russ.
What's up?
Bob.
Howdy.
Yeah. Wayne.
Hi, everybody.
And Kelly.
Howdy.
Howdy indeed. We were playing with this idea of regrets today, which again, sounds like a weird thing to play with, right?
Not as weird as playing in misery, Robert.
Misery was even weirder. Hey, come have fun with us. We're going to play with regrets and misery. So
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, let me put that out there because it could antithetically, people would try to avoid regret and emotion and misery, right? Those are things you'd rather avoid. What the argument goes as, shout out to Brene Brown. Everybody say, Brene Brown.
Brene
Brown.
We're going to get her at some point too. We're going to have a whole campaign. We'll talk about that later. By engaging in this and allowing space for regret, misery, Schadenfreude, whatever these things are, we'd rather avoid. I think the idea is we feel a deeper humanity. And sometimes we discover things about ourselves. Does anyone feel that way by allowing space for that? And maybe in a playful, safe place that we put forward, you can redirect your feeling about that feeling, any of those feelings. Does that ring a bell?
Yep.
Well, the subject matter itself made me think of some regrets I had in my life. But I might would have answered that question of did I have any regrets? I might would have said no,
Right.
but I now know I have some.
Right. And the fact of having them, does that necessarily have to take you down a rabbit hole and make you feel like a bad person?
No, I don't feel like that at all.
Good. I think the idea is that, I know for me, there's this feeling of wishing we were perfect. Wishing I was perfect. And
Wishing I were perfect.
right? Is that a fool's errand or what? Yeah, Kelly, go ahead.
Perfection is overrated.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that, Kelly. I like the way you said it.
It's inachievable, number one,
Right.
because there's always got to be a flaw. If it could be achieved, how boring. Everything would, there's no highs, there's no lows, and the highs and lows are what make us happy. We have to have sad if we're going to have happy. So no, I don't want perfection.
Good on you, Kelly. What a beautiful thing to say. Anybody else thoughts on that? Either perfection or anything else that's ringing with you?
Yeah.
Well,
I sometimes use perfection, or not perfection, but regrets as a way of fueling creativity and lyrics for songs.
That's a great space to throw emotion, to throw, all that motivation. I love that. Russ, did you have something there?
Well, I agree with the whole theme of that. You can't be perfect, but as far as regrets, I feel like the way I look at regrets since I've had Parkinson's is I know we've got a lot to do to keep up with to try and keep up with the disease, from progressing. And I just can't, I don't have the time to regret and worry about minutia that happens. Just push it behind and move forward.
So learning that lesson was kind of a blessing of Parkinson's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beginning to see that and understand that.
Yeah, to yes and what Susan said, is that a common thing? I think Michael J. Fox talks about the gift sometimes of Parkinson's, about finding out, focusing on what's important and what's not, that maybe those things that might have tripped you up or, again, sent you down the proverbial rabbit hole, now you go, I don't have time for that.
yeah.
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 Venetia, what are you thinking right now? Because you contribute so much to us, and I love having you here. Does any of this ring with you in regard to either regret or how you deal with Parkinson's?
Regrets, all that I have left are these regrets.
Is that yours, or where'd you get that?
It's a song.
Is it from something else I'd never heard? I don't think I've heard it before.
I didn't sing it right, of course.
I think you sang it beautifully.
You sang it, girl. You did it.
You did it a cappella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the space we leave ourselves, right? Is in a space of humanity. When we recognize regrets for what they are, and we let perfection go and be right here with each other. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your daily dose.